Welcome to this content meeting. Can I just welcome Poppy to our first this first meeting, and we look forward to getting well involved, and don't ever stop worrying about saying anything. It doesn't worry anybody else around here. Anybody involved, we'd love to hear your views on reasons we work to make with the committee.
Thank you.
In which case we have declarations of interest. Is there anything anyone not got?
I should probably declare my membership of the Buckingham Society as an item later.
It's just not that issue. And you've done that on your declarations of interest anyway.
Yes.
Only if it's something you feel is very weak and you've got to say, just say then. Everyone's really quite good at it these days. I'm got to there yet. Yeah, I'm good at it. That's what I mean. Apologies to declarations of interest, but I never do it in order. But apologies. We have apologies from Humphrey.
Yeah, Councillor Ahmed and Councillor Martin.
Yeah.
We looked at those.
Again?
Yeah.
All there. Things they need to do. And with the case item 3, we're moving forward now. The minutes, members have a chance to look at the minutes. Are we happy to agree?
Agree.
Okay, well, that's fine, right. In which case we've got item 5, updates from outside bodies from various
Item 4, budgets.
Chairman. Yes, we have item 4 budget, yeah. I'll switch down. Is there anything on the budget we need to question? We should have the earmark reserves there at this time. Hourly, the bits we've going to the budgets. There's a few comments in there. Members got anything to say? Or question? Give you a few minutes. I won't do it sheet by sheet. That's Lisa's
My God.
Steal her lines.
Just one question.
Yeah.
On page 519, what was the extra money for the Celebrate Buckingham Day?
We haven't spent.
That was in connection with all the winning stuff that we did and the ceremony that we put through.
It was for that long.
In connection, I mean, what
We spent extra money on the ceremony.
It says it in the report,
Yeah, it says it
Chairman.
in the
does it?
report.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right,
Yeah.
okay.
Come back there, John.
Don't read your agenda, have you?
I've read most of it.
Doesn't matter, John. You come back there and get it in the report. Is that all right?
Yeah, sure.
Right, okay, well, we'll move past that. We have.
Can I just thank the officers for once more keeping us all on track financially and making sure that our council taxpayers' money is being looked after properly.
Proposing? Minute and a half.
Yeah.
Is that seconded?
Yeah.
That's seconded by Lisa. Not all those in favour? Thank you.
You might put my names back in.
Yes.
Right, update on outside bodies and updates from councillors. Anybody represented on outside bodies, that can be the button strike, that can be anything like that. It can be relevant to what we're doing tonight, and so we get it now. No, but I'll leave council updates for another day. Thank you for listening to that. Sent you a bit of a report round, so really good today because it wasn't on the plan.
Thank you. I just wondered, it's something that Ryan has started doing, and now that yourself and Lucy are on the youth centre, youth clubs management committee, could minutes, like when you get the minutes or Lucy gets the minutes from John Barnett, can they be sent to the office and then maybe circulated with the agenda, because it'd be nice to know what's going on.
Yeah.
I couldn't log into the last meeting with them.
Yes. Yeah, I would definitely start doing that.
The reason I couldn't get into.
Even though I'm staff, we don't get to hear what's going on.
Okay.
But it'd be good for everybody to know.
Don't let us forget. Put it in where do you So should we send them to council or should we
It come under representatives and outside
yeah, we
bodies.
should put it on here?
We imagine that's where it would come to the outside.
It will
bodies.
be.
Yeah, we'll put it on here, we'll put Nick getting included in the minutes. Is that all right?
Yeah, that,
Do they meet how often do they
I'm
meet?
not sure, is it every 3 months or?
Yes, quarterly,
Quarterly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Unless there's something other than be there for, but most.
So it won't be on every meeting that we.
No, yeah.
So it goes in the most appropriate meeting at the early
Yeah,
stage.
yeah, thank you.
Which case, we'll move on to 6, which is forthcoming events. Well, you obviously you've been looking at the Fringe. I hope to see you all tomorrow night at the Fiddlers, the Raptor Centre.
And then the ladies are playing in the semi-final, so I'm afraid.
I know, we didn't actually know that. Organised event, but I should be watching that. I can always catch up with it later on, can't I?
Yeah.
I don't think it will make much difference to the outcome of the whether we're watching it or not.
So,
You've found extra life.
I know that the Buckingham Football Club have got a big screen down there doing it, which is quite. You want to watch it it's only a short walk from across the river. It's probably a good place to be. Right, so then we've got the. You look through the print, the art in the market, book. We've got the Fringe School Disco, which we're all too old to go to now. But that's great. And then we've got the street food. We've done separate press release on that, so
There's all the press releases have gone out that you requested.
that's fine then. And Family Fun Day, that's on the following weekend.
It's not, it's the Sunday,
End of this week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
the day after the,
Yeah, 26. Yeah, we'll be up there. Anybody going there? It's usually quite good if you want to meet new people. Chance to introduce yourself as counsellors and do a bit of networking, and you pick up things that you don't know because you're there. It's all quite nice to do that. I do generally go and do a lot of tours, don't know why, but we'll be there. And then if we get through that, then we've got on here 16 skate Park Jam. Do anything to say on that? So,
No, Lisa and I meeting about getting the advertising and everything together, which we'll focus on as soon as Fringe is over.
and I proposed from the chair that we ask Lisa to work on the press release of that. That agree? Those in favour?
You get seconded.
Yeah.
I'll second.
Okay, seconded by Bruce. Lisa's been involved with that for a very, very long time. And then we've got Bandjam, which I think is not actually on the report, but it is on the report, item 7. So and we've got a report on that, and the dog show, which I do believe
We're meeting.
you're meeting this week to discuss that.
Yeah.
Can I agree, posing the chair that being as the longest person doing the dog show, that we agree that Lisa just press release on the dog show. Any second that, anyone? No.
I thought we just agreed that, didn't we?
no, that's the skate.
Oh,
Oh, I see. Right.
different event clubs.
All right.
There's dogs and skate clubs.
There's dog.
Well, you get dogs on
Yeah, you
skateboards.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah, English bulldogs on 1 billion.
Is that agree?
Yeah, yeah.
All those in favour?
Yeah.
Good.
Did you want me there, Lisa, by the way?
Yeah.
You do? Okay.
Found the dog show, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Please. Who have we got to?
Martin tried to reach it because Mike's not available.
Yeah.
Well, that's not handled.
And John's going to help me with Terry on the site and registration desk.
Be down there stroking dogs.
You will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm to say that we will ask Martin not to bring his nursery rhymes, I think.
Oh, gosh. We don't have music playing anyway. It's just with,
joking.
yeah. Yeah.
It's nice that he's actually volunteered to come and do it. So
Yeah.
so we agreed to minute our thanks to
Yeah.
Martin coming to do the compare.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
Cheers. Right.
I'll second it, just.
Yeah.
in case we need that,
I knew you seconded it, I thought we'd go agree, but, okay, right, in which case we'll move on to the next item on the agenda, which is Bandjam. So you're going to leave us off, you've done all the work.
Yeah, I'm happy to do that. So, I can go through the report point by point, but essentially it's just an update on where we are on Bandjam, because obviously it's been absorbed by the office due to the, collaborator stepping out. So I thought it was only right that you saw where we were up to on it, really. And just to point out that there is a lot of clashing events that weekend. We've got quite a lot of competition that I found out alone. It's Winslow Country Fair. There's a music festival at Clayton Estate. There's a music festival at Swanbourne and one at Woburn Sands, which has meant finding bands has also been quite tricky because a lot of them are already booked.
Yeah, I was say it's the Windsor Country Fair on a Monday.
Yeah, but there's things that we can't help, like
right, yes.
because their equipment's already there, so that's the
That's
back and the things that are open to us. So we've now got a full lineup. We've got 9 bands rather than 8. I've given a list of the bands with the agreement of Robin. We've opened it up to some different types of music this year as well. So everything from folk through to, well, going through to rock really, with a gentle progression through. Everyone's a band bar one person. The reason that's important, because obviously bands cost more money to hire than bands of people. So I think we've done quite well to get what we have for the money that it's cost. The biggest point that I wanted to bring up is I've only at this point booked one food vendor and an ice cream truck. And the reason for that is the feedback from last year is that the food vendors didn't make very good money because people were choosing to buy meal deals in Tesco's or whatever. And some of them ended up costing them money. So I'm happy to book more food vendors if you want me to, but at this point I haven't. We've got the Greek guy who's always very popular and he's backed by popular request. And obviously Dan is always there because he has a permanent pitch, so I don't have to book him. So I've taken that as the decision so far. If people aren't happy with that, I'm obviously happy to change it, but I was aware that Tracy's feedback last year was that they didn't make very well. Some of them made a loss in the end with the food that they bought. Other than that, I'm not sure, is there anything else anyone wanted me to go through?
John.
Yeah, just one thing, I think a lot of people also have chips from the chippy too.
Yeah.
And there's because there are things in town.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
someone said to me the Chippy was they shut down for 2 weeks because they go back to Malta.
Yeah, but that's
On the
Yeah.
21st.
He'll be back by then.
He'll be back, yeah.
They'll be back. But yeah, so I was just trying to make vendors make some.
Yeah, of course. The other thing, sorry, go on. So there's one more thing. In terms of the QR code to show YouTube clips, if I can say it correctly. I would say liaise with Anna because I had a meeting with her earlier on
She's
today.
doing it for me.
Okay, because she was talking about doing some sort of videos as part of the promo on Facebook, maybe even one day on TikTok as well. And those sort of clips would be good stuff.
Totally. So I've got clips from some of the bands, they've been requested. I think 3 or 4 of the bands have sent me their clips already and various other links. We just collated them all together so we can get.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
Tony.
Sorry. Collaborators, who were the collaborators before? Because what I'm thinking is that we've got a stream of businesses there now that will benefit from Bandjam. Could we look for them to support us next year? You know, we've got 2 pubs and we've got.
Yeah, we did Tony do.
I don't know.
So we did lots of stuff for them. What we did, we used to executive decision.
Yeah.
To make sure that we actually got this moving because we were running out of time.
I think
So we booked a stage.
Right.
And then Joe and I sat down on 2 occasions, didn't we? Go not more than through bands, just to make sure that we listened to them, to make sure that A, they were a good note, and B, that they would sound. Now, what we know we've got now is through securing the stage we know we've got a really good sound system. So was making the point with the Barbara's background working in events that if we don't have a good sound system, it won't come back.
No.
And because we negotiated, well, Zoe's negotiated some really good prices for them, which is to a credit, and it will vary for the day, but the early part of the evening of the day is quite quieter, and it will just gradually get more as the day goes on, which will mean that people will hopefully now if they don't like the music, Blind zone me.
Yeah, no. I'm just thinking going forward, nothing about this, but obviously it's a lot of work for the office, and I'm just thinking, and maybe it's harder work with collaborators, I don't know.
So we lost our collaborator quite late in the day.
Yeah.
And I did make an approach to one of the local clubs that has music connections, that for that collaboration to work, it needed more work than we had time.
Okay, that's
but it doesn't mean that it wouldn't be available potentially next year.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of going forward.
Because they're relatively new landlords to that pub as well, so there's a lot of teething they're going through as well. But sadly, time wasn't on our side for this.
I just wondered, picking up on Tony's question, if you can remind me, have we had collaborators in the past? Because I know that I remember one of the pubs used to let us use their lavatories, but I can't remember if any of the other pubs got involved or any of the shops.
When we first started this event, we had really close collaboration with Judd, who was landlord of the Wales.
That's the pub that,
And
yeah.
we went
okay.
through various landlords.
Yeah.
The collaboration was sometimes okay and sometimes quite difficult, to be fair.
Yeah.
And
is that the only one we used to have?
no, we did collaborate. They weren't part of the event. We had a man. It used to be Mr. Colin Saunders who originally done it, and he moved from various the chap from the New Inn, and then we had we lost the gentleman passed away who did it, and then that's why the New Inn picked it up, and it's sort of been through people doing it, and we got to the stage where with no way that we could do what Tony suggested the time span we had.
Not for this year.
No,
No.
and those experience meant that we could actually do it. I think when we've done the event, it'd be good for you to judge what you think about what we've done. If it works very well, it's actually sometimes easier to have complete control over
Yeah.
it than it is to actually put it out, because you've got to like run around chasing people out. But we'll make that as a committee, we'll make that judgment after
That's
the
a
event.
good question,
You know.
Rose, yeah.
But Tony's right to raise the question.
Yeah.
It's you want to say something?
No, just listening intently.
I had my hand
Yeah.
up. I just wanted to say that I saw one of the bands that's on the lineup play at the Whale on Saturday, and they were fantastic.
Yeah.
And Black Wagon,
Oh, they are good.
yeah,
Yeah.
and because I spoke to them about it, and they said that they were really pleased actually that they were going to be playing later this year. And they said that the organisation had been very good.
Oh,
Bit of positive feedback from the office.
thank you very much.
I was just going to say that there's a difference between collaborators on it and people in businesses that we've had an understanding with in the past.
Yeah.
Sponsors all.
So the collaborators were the people who in the past really were booking the bands and sort of sorting out the stage, etc., etc. Whereas
We
other
did the health and safety
Yeah.
side of it, and we made the event safe, and they did all that other stuff,
Yeah.
that magic that
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah.
but yeah, and like the use of businesses, toilets, etc. is just something that's just happened, I think. Really.
It was. Judd always saw it as a financial benefit that people walk through his pub to get to the toilet.
And bought beer from him.
Bought beer from him,
Yeah.
so he thought, well, what is there to worry about? I'll pay for someone to clean the toilets now because I'm getting all the revenue. Well, once we've gone through here and whatever, people see what a good thing it is. We also have the situation where the other pubs gain, and then the reason within the timing of the event is so people clear off to the pubs. To allow us to clear up that's sort of the cycle of it's done. But I think we're quite a good point. The only other points on the report that the members are willing to question lots about the food traders in. Do you feel that we should have more traders or not?
I think the number of traders is good. We have one savoury, additionally to dance club van, and then the ice cream. The only thing I would just ask about the ice cream van is, can we make sure that he's not parked up right by the dance floor? Because obviously he'll have to have his engine running the whole time.
And he often asks to leave slightly earlier, so you
Yeah.
try and give him a safe exit as
Yeah.
well.
I'm sure you had that in mind.
That was an issue last year.
Yeah.
Of course, in the outbound, we I'm is the situation with the exit and entrance, because though they can come in,
The camera doesn't point that
No,
way.
and it doesn't matter for this.
no, it won't be affecting
The
us.
camera doesn't point that way.
Cool.
This is-
No, it's separate, so just a few result
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Charity collection for mayor's charities.
It's on further on the agenda.
we can do that.
Oh, okay, so
And so members want to come up and help do a collection. And we had that in the third report with town clerk for at the meeting, so we can do that now. So it was always quite useful to get some money into there. People quite like walking around the bucket, and actually, is there a QR code? One of those, we haven't got one of those yet, perhaps.
It's very difficult to do that when you haven't got a bank account to exchange.
We haven't got a bank account.
No, we moved to the paying in.
Well, perhaps we need to get that sorted. Another meeting that committee, perhaps that needs to get sorted. Because it's a big thing.
It was agreed at a previous meeting, the bank account system for the mayor's charities.
Yeah, no. It's just, it's, we're now,
It's something I've been in conversation with JD and Claire about. So.
we're now getting through the year. Yeah. No, well, anyway, we'll work our way through this and then try and sort it out as we go through. It's not us to make that decision, is it? And we'll work that out. What I will say is that it's going to be hot. Decided it's going to be dry. No. It'll be fine that weekend. And I like to see everybody there, and it's another opportunity to be seen. And we do a pickup
as well.
through the day, which means that at the end of the event,
Less to do.
there's less to do.
Yeah.
Andy always comes up. Margaret used to come up, and Ruth got back on the council. She'll probably come back, but they always come and do a cycle in the day, and it's only just a bit, not a lot to do, really. I know John.
Yeah, I can't make it this year, but yeah.
So the end of the night is the big one for that, really, and if you can keep control of it for the bigger bits during the day, it's getting the bottle caps and cigarette and stuff at the end of the night. That's really good fun. It's a lot easier to let pick on grass than on tarmac.
Just as an experience thing, we're using the same stage lighting and sound as we used at Buckingham Live. It's quite a big setup. It is not quick to dismantle or mantle, if that's the right word. So we need to know and accept, and I'm quite happy to say that it will probably take them a couple of hours to get that stage done.
I'll say so. I can sit there. I think it's much easier for me to stay. I ain't got anything to get up for. I can do that. Always find somebody to talk to.
Not that.
I won't be lonely. Anyway, the pub's good. We haven't been for a while, so go in there while they do it. And it's just a matter that, because if I have the keys and I've got the cabinet and that, I always do that. But thank you, Zoe, for the work you've done.
Yeah.
That be by Lucy or favour. Thank you. And we look forward to seeing those who are able to come. It is hard this season, so John's already said he's away, or they won't be able to come, so shame, because you usually come anyway, don't you?
I do, just to see them doing other things.
Good for you.
Change as good as a rest.
Yeah. Right, okay, in which case we'll move on to the next item again, but I'll just say on I don't know whether members of this there was an interesting post the other day which said live music in the town centre, Slade Live, and I couldn't work out where it was. It isn't us.
It's about 10 o'clock.
Have you got an answer?
I haven't, but I have spoken to the band and they thought they were playing in the field, so they're going to try and chase it where it's supposed to be.
They thought they were playing.
They thought the gig was in a field, so they don't know why the
Could be the event
why the
later,
pin has
isn't
been
it?
put where it is. I can find out and bring me back.
Well, Pagan is the festival, that's on the bank holiday Monday, isn't it? Or that bank holiday weekend. This is for the 2nd of August.
Yeah, of course, yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, yeah. So I did email Claire earlier and said, did you know about it?
I will let everyone know when I know, and when the band boards. But they do know that they can't play in the market square at 12 o'clock because the market will be on, so they are trying to work out what's going on.
The address that they put for it is where the Caribbean food done.
I've spoken to them.
No, well, it's nice to see. I just thought you'd organise an event on our behalf. I mean, you know, there. I thought
Not before you.
I'm looking forward to this, Slade.
Apparently, Slade's #1 tribute band as well.
Well, it's a shame, really. Anyway, can we agree the recommendations, please?
Yes.
Yeah, great.
Is that agreed? Both?
Yeah. Both.
Second.
All in favour? Thank you. Okay, well, we'll move on to the next thing, which is checkered flags. So, go forward, Lauren. Who's that?
What's that?
Where?
I've
Flags.
got that. The Green Spaces team mentioned that we don't really celebrate having the F1 Grand Prix on our doorstep, and suggested it would look nice if we decorated the town with some checker flags. And I thought that would be nice.
Yeah.
Brown will do. Yeah, I propose that we accept the recommendation. I think it's a very good idea. It's not a great outlay, and I think it will celebrate the fact that, as you say, we've got the F1 on our doorstep.
I'd like to second that, please.
Second, all those in favour?
Yeah, good idea.
Not that it's anything to do with it, but apparently I've been put on the liaison committee with the Grand Prix. I don't know what that's going to add to the Grand Prix, but and I don't know what I've got to do yet, but apparently I think
We get a free ticket.
I hope not. Yeah.
You probably will.
So,
Not that, it doesn't really.
Rattle the mayor's charity.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something like that. Don't really think I should have for a gift for anything. But right, okay, thank you. That's rocketed through. Thanks for the town clerk putting that on the agenda. Town centre regeneration, who's that under? Yes, we'll start. Right, thank
So
you.
it's just an update really. So initially we're going to hope that the town centre art piece was going to go up for Fringe Week, but that isn't going to be the case. It's matters out of our control and then we can't do anything about it. So my question is that we hold a standalone low-cost unveiling event for that piece of art that's going on that sort of board that's behind you, for funding from small events. So that's the recommendation for that. I'm waiting for them to confirm the date, so it will be a date in August. They're coming back to me when they can get the guys together to do it. It will take them 24 hours to put up, so the unveiling will have to be the day after.
Okay, John.
For those who don't know, this is a kind of wrought iron piece of artwork that will fill the wall here, basically, on the other side of this wall. And we hope will be a kind of go-to place for people to go and do selfies.
Yeah.
And it's a lovely sort of picture of bridges, trees, swans,
lovely.
ducks, etc. It will look quite amazing.
Really?
It was great that they managed to interpret my scribble.
It was a remarkable meeting. Where John came up with the idea between them and Fran done scribble. It looked really remarkably nice scribble. But an artistic version of Fran's scribble on his paper.
So we could have saved a few, we'd given them a bit of talk. On the outside.
Points out that artistic endeavours is not one of my strong points. It literally was a scribble.
Can we
I propose that we hold a local standalone low cost unveiling event.
Yeah.
I'll second it.
Yeah.
We'll come closer to that here tonight.
Is there a photo of it here? Is there a photo of it anywhere?
I'll forward it to you.
Thank you.
I have got, and I will, as and when I can, I need to check with the gentleman. He has sent me a short video of it being made.
Oh, that's
really?
So I just need to
Right.
check that the formatting of it and everything transfers. I literally only just got it. We will need to cut it down, 'cause it's about 15 minutes long, but somehow I'm gonna see if I can get that put up. And just with regards to the promotional video, it is underway. That was something that was also agreed. The gentleman who's doing it was unwell and then on holiday, so we're meeting up when he's back. But he has been going to local events and taking snippets to be part of it.
Can you clarify again, so where the money came from?
The Town Centre Regeneration Fund,
Yeah, which is a fund that we were given by
the community board.
the community board, yeah, okay, all right.
It's probably more money than they've got in the budget for the entire community board now.
Well, I think we have to be prepared, yeah, probably. We have to be prepared to say, why couldn't they fix a few potholes rather than have this?
It's for specific
Oh.
things, wasn't it?
I know, but there's a serious intention behind
The
it.
money, that we had some of the money to build back, and it was to do with when we had COVID. And one thing and another, and it was to build back the economy, it was a specific project. And they couldn't deliver a project. So it came to this committee and we had various meetings that we all know about. And that's how it worked out. It's just that an artwork can't be produced overnight, and the previous chair of the community board, no longer chair of the community board on Buckinghamshire Council, so I think we just proceed with it. We'll just do a note in credit of the money they're going with.
And I just think we need to be prepared, I'm sure we are, for the negative stuff that we're
Oh,
going to do
absolutely.
about this. So the giving information like you've just done, Robin, I think is helpful background
Yeah.
to fend all that sort of negative.
Oh, yeah, that's good. That's great.
Can I propose that we just have a short, once Zoe's got the day, we just have a short introduction about it. The video and that, I presume, committee, we won't meet because I think the communications group will meet. Perhaps they can look at that and approve the actual, how it looks rather than us meet again.
Yeah,
You know, because it's, we need to see it before it goes out, really.
well, the video,
Yeah, we can't just say, oh, that's okay, we need to
And I
approve
need
it.
his permission. I haven't got his
Yeah,
permission yet.
So we can either have a meeting.
I think we can leave that to the officers, Rob, we don't need to.
I think so, well,
I'm sure
Yeah.
that
I think so.
between
I think so too.
Zoe and everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as you.
We don't need to-
Yeah,
Cheap to sign it.
it'll be anything controversial.
No, but you answer what you said about the negative.
I know, but that's down to the press release that goes
Yeah.
out with it,
Yeah,
and that's where we need to be
Yeah.
ahead of the game and be
Yeah,
prepared for the
that's
negative.
all it is.
Yeah.
Fine. It will pop out. Right. That's really excellent. Can we, we've done the voting on that, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we record our thanks yet? And can we record our thanks in the minutes for John and Franz and Nick, because it was their idea. I don't think I actually contributed much to that discussion.
Can I just say, like, it was Louise that did a lot of the initial work.
Yeah.
Speaking to
Yeah.
I think, wasn't it?
Mhm.
It was.
Speaking to the artists,
Yeah.
etc. And it was Pete from the Mitre who I got his details, the artist details from, because this guy's done all the ironwork and stuff that's in the Mitre, that block above the fireplace and everything.
Can I suggest that we,
Sam, sorry, not.
can I suggest that it'd be a nice thing just to let know that it's actually going up?
Sam, not Louise, sorry,
Okay.
that's my mistake.
So,
Could I propose that we invite her to the unveiling party?
Yeah.
Got Sam.
Yeah.
It's going to
I
be a
think
little bit.
she's, I think she's moved to France.
Ah.
Oh, sorry.
She can fly back if you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We'll let her know that it's
but
happening.
we can let her know this happened.
We can send her the video,
Yeah.
just to be nice, because she did work nicely hard on it. You know, we move on. Yeah, we can do it. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, so just an idea, so maybe a video of the making that, I think it's a really good thing to be promoting, but maybe also a video of one or two selected councillors doing selfies in front of it, so that people get the idea as to what it's about. Because it is designed to be
So
it's like the David Bowie sort of sculpture in Aylesbury in so on.
so
People want
the
to.
Easter wall.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's just organise that near the time then, John. It's a
Okay.
very good idea. We can-
Okay.
Mr. Poppy can come and that'd be an idea of Mr. Poppy can have his first photograph next door to the artworks. Right. All right. Oh, yeah, I always get corrected all the day. You realise. We go on to 10 now, street directions. I think we've over and done that now. It's quite funny, though, wasn't it? Right, street directions, by the way.
So it's been a long drawn out thing, which I won't bore everyone with, but we toed and froed with licensing about what we could do, and this is essentially the churn out at the end. We've got far more than I ever thought we were ever going to get at one point once they started putting all the restrictions on. So the outcome there, everything that you have got listed there, bar the typo because I put Rotary Club, and I apologise because it's not the Rotary Club, the bonfire and firework. They are all of the agreed events that we can do a street collection at for the Mayor's charity. I can also say that I already have the licences in, they have been applied for through to the end of the year.
Yeah.
My proposal would, well, not proposal, my recommendation would also be that we do the same next year, we put in the annual thing and we get it as early as possible.
Yeah.
Can I propose that we note the report and also minute our massive thanks, because I know that was a big, long, arduous, back and forth piece of work, and
Yeah.
you've done a lot better than we thought we were going to get.
oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay, we can John with you, right, all those in favour?
My house.
Getting like that. Can I, that's all in favour. Just for information, I was just, it is to do with three things. You will remember that Brown attended Stutby with street trading. And you know, the problems we had about their proposals for on-street trading. I was at licensing last week. Apparently I do licensing as well now. And what they've done is modified the report, which is online, in line with what basically the clerks and I think councillors attended meetings to make sure that they allow us to basically get on with our own events without having to go through the licensing of all those events. So basically they'll leave the town councils, parish councils alone. If they want them to help them with licensing, they'll be there. But I questioned them at the meeting, and that's that it is, and it's gone through now. So that will then go to either cabinet or council, they agreed, and then that means that instead of the problem we had last time, it looked like we were going to have to license every single thing we did. It's now gone back to what it was before, which is they'll just leave us alone. And the fairs are not in it anyway. John.
But that's good to hear. But one of our concerns about that policy was it would damage ordinary street traders as well. And hopefully that's been, I don't know, watered down a bit from what it was.
I know it isn't, I'm just doing its information. Okay.
Well, can we have a report on that to the next meeting then, maybe?
I'll send a report around to members.
Okay, all right.
But you can, it's going to council, it will be agreed.
I know, but we have discussed it.
Yeah, I
all
know.
council before, wasn't it?
It was licensing, it was money, and I think.
I'm just saying, but I think it'd be good to have a discussion in
Yeah,
council,
I'll provide it.
because we did have a long discussion about this and concerns about this. So I think it'd be good to have a report back to wherever it was discussed before.
I'll work,
So I think
I'll get the information, and then we can do the report.
well, send it to Zoe and then we'll get a report, okay, or whatever.
It was in my head, John, I'm sorry, it just dropped out my mouth. As it did. Okay, right, thank you. In which case we'll move on to the next report, which is remembrance.
Oh no, I was just getting my hand up for remembering.
All right, remembrance.
I'll put
You remember about remembrance.
I've just got a point to make, but I'll let you introduce.
Well, we let Zoe do the report, then you'll do
Yeah.
those.
No, you do it.
So go.
Yeah, I've got a comment.
So it's about a recommendation really, so again, this has been a bit long drawn out. Various meetings, various communications. We are at that Buckinghamshire Council will ask for a figure of £2,788, which is reduced from £7,408 to suspend parking for Remembrance Sunday. Figures, most of the sort of in-depth figures are unavailable, but I have got what the income was. I'm going to be honest, I don't think I can get any more from that really. I've done all I can. And then the next part was about the Winslow car park, where I was asked to make some inquiries about what was going on with their Greyhound Lane car park and how they've got free parking in the Market Square. And that's just a breakdown as to how that's happened. The agreement as it stands is for this year only. There is nothing guaranteed that it will extend beyond this year. I'm not saying it won't either. I'm just saying that's where it is right now.
Lucy first.
Just again for context, because I know that I was quite keen on making the numbers very public last time when this issue first arose. So they would like to charge us generously £2,788 for the day. So the figure they gave for the 6-month period from December 2024 to May 2025 was £99,705.66, which works out at an average of £593 a day. So they are still charging us more, just over 5 times the average income. 5 times the average income. They want to charge us so that people can park their cars and take part in a Remembrance Day parade. I think that is absolutely horrendous.
Tyrannical.
Yeah, it's money grabbing. I really appreciate the hard work that you've done on this, Joe, because I know that they're not your numbers, and you've done great work to get it down as much as you have. But I still think it is absolutely disgusting that they are charging us, and by virtue of charging us, they are charging the taxpayers 5 times what the expected average income would be for a day's car parking. And I'm stuck between saying, well, you know, people have to be able to park and they should not have to pay. But at the same time, by making it free, we are going to be, the taxpayer will still be paying for parking and actually paying more than they would have been. So I don't know what the answer is, but I think that we should be very loud and very public about it, because these figures are public because they're on the agenda.
Okay, so if every one of the 310 standard parking spaces in Cornwall's Meadow was occupied for the time of the Remembrance Parade, and each car that parked there paid their £1.70, which would entitle them to park for the full day, that would cost them altogether £527. So why are they charging us an additional £2,261 on top of that £527 in order for us to give the it won't be 310 people going there. We'd be better off standing at the gateway with a couple of 2 or 3 bags of pound coins, a bag of 50, a couple of bags of 50p's and a couple of bags of 20p's, and handing them out. It would be cheaper for us to do that than it would be to actually pay Buckinghamshire Council for the privilege of it. I'm with Lucy. I think it's absolutely disgusting. It's absolute completeness of disgrace that they want to charge on Remembrance Day and charge more than 5 times as much as revenue that they'd get if 310 cars parked there and stayed there all day. There's no way that they get that amount of revenue on a Sunday from that car park. No. Absolutely, it is money grabbing. It is an absolute disgrace, and I would be. I'm not opposed to giving residents free car parking, but I am opposed to paying Buckinghamshire Council £2,261 more than it would cost to fill that car park with normal users.
No, please.
John.
Agree with all of what Fran and Lucy have said. I guess a couple of thoughts. One is, do we have any understanding as to how they arrived at 2,788, where they plucked that figure from? Because it is intriguing, because that is a significant amount less than 7,408. Where's it come from? How's it made up? Have they given us the workings out, as you would expect for any sort of mathematical calculation? And secondly, obviously we're not going to be paying that. But secondly, should we encourage members of the public who are going to be parking there to actually attend the parade, that they send a copy of their bill to the council as a bill, saying, I want my money back, because I feel that to actually show my respects to the people who've been injured and so on during armed conflict, that I don't think I should have to pay for that privilege. So give me my money back, or I'll take it off my next year's council bill, or something that they actually, you know, encourage people to do just that. So what they'll do is they'll get a whole lot of letters from people to their local councillors, perhaps asking for their money back.
Anybody else? So I can say,
I think, you think that people probably park there for a minimum of 2 hours, because they'll get here before the event, but equally it does bring revenue to the town as well. We have to think of that, because people will go for their coffees and things afterwards.
And we have the reception in the.
Yeah, and all sorts of things. So there is money generated from it. And I would say, rather than pay the council that money, I think what you're suggesting, or what someone else has suggested, we have whatever number of parking spaces are available. Is it 310?
Yeah. We
have 310 pounds in pound coins. And for everyone that goes in there the half an hour before, we give them £1. And we can justify it, can't we? Because it's better than giving to, and we tell them the situation, maybe the little note, tell them the situation, because I think asking people to send an invoice off after the event, people won't do it.
They're not going to do that.
They're not going to do it. If we give them a note, then, you know, let the people be angry about this rather than what we can't or can do. Do you understand what I mean? That's what I think. Almost like a self-protest. I don't want people not to come to town because of what it does, not just for the respect it shows or for remembrance, but you know, it does generate some income for the town as well. It's just an idea.
Yeah, and what we actually agreed when we originally discussed this, that we do a press release. We actually already agreed that, and that's minute in an agreement. It hasn't taken place because we were waiting. So we think it's. My view is that, same as everybody else, it's you can't quantify why they would do this. You can't work out the rationale or the political rationale that they would even believe, not actually looked at what they get, the rationale. I think that we need to make a press release about facts. Facts are that we did go into a negotiation, the £7,000 that we generated, the fact that they've come back with £2,000, the fact is that it would cost £2,000. And then the fact that we're disappointed. I'm not sure where we go with
I don't think we can
we
give
can't
that.
really do the money.
I suppose it can't be accounted for.
So I don't think we can account for it, we can't.
But it's not very well used over there.
And I can think-
Don't worry, you've got some
You're
successful guests here.
going to be handing money out on the street.
Don't worry.
Principle is that we can just remind people it will cost them £1.70 to come to the parade this year, and we were unable to secure free parking for them.
We don't for us.
And then let the anger be the anger, let the reality be the reality, and lay out the facts in broad truth, and then not over-escalate it. Because I think the facts speak for themselves.
The people
we do that.
complain, can't they,
I
before
have-
the event?
Confidentially, not confidentially, publicly, I have pushed these issues myself. I've got nowhere further than what the other has. We did work together to get a conversation. So we are where we are. Lucy.
Could we offer, if after the event, people bring their parking ticket by way of a receipt to a pre-agreed person or nominated person, and then we will refund the money? And then we then keep that ticket. Because it will have the date and time on it.
We have not precepted for anything.
No, I think the processing of that would be absolutely astronomical.
Yeah.
It would be ridiculous to have to try and start doing.
Can I suggest then that what we say, we looked at other options, then none of them are feasible or appropriate, and we just go with the truth of what it is.
It's a public record
A
now.
public record of what we've done, record it in the minutes as it is.
But if you look, there is a recommendation
Yeah,
that will.
yeah. Are we gonna agree the recommendation and talk about the press release? That, those for the recommendation, Fran,
Yeah.
who's seconding it? Lisa seconding it, all those in favour of the recommendation? Right, now we'll discuss, are we agreeing that the word in the press release would be the factual evidence that we've got?
Yeah.
And our
Yeah.
genuine dismay and upset at this is where we've got to.
Yeah.
And just leave it
And
low key, and then the hurt and the conversation and what negatives have been done by the public, the public will do that.
I think the important point to make in that press release will be that we looked at the cost of every single space in the car park being full, and it was this.
Yeah.
And we did not feel it was an appropriate use of taxpayer money to pay Buckinghamshire Council 5 times that amount.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's going to be the key.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can I ask?
I'll be happy to say if Robin does a press release with the office as chairman of TC&E.
Yeah.
I'll
do it. It'll reflect everybody's views.
Yeah.
And it'll be the committee decided, not Robin. And that will go out. I think we've waited to do this long enough, but it can go out maybe pretty much this week, maybe to get out next week. No rush because November's away. But yeah, when are we going to do it?
I put it end of September, beginning of October.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
That agree?
Yeah, because that then possibly gives Buckinghamshire Council some time to.
Because you never know, people might have watched this meeting and they might go and get angry about it and write to Buckinghamshire Council.
Well, there might be some posts on
Yeah.
Facebook.
You
You
know,
never know.
It's a site, it's a very strange place.
Yeah.
It is a public meeting. I think we could leave the public to make their judgment, because we shouldn't overestimate, the facts of that, it's rocket, really. Right, Fran.
I was just going to say, as my remembrance parade, you've got veterans, you've got schools, you've got guides and scouts and whatever else. People not only taking part in the parade, come to watch the parade, come up there. It's a culmination of the British Legion Poppy Appeal, and I think it's completely disgraceful by the council.
Yeah,
It's still bounced them into me.
Well, I also with the committee's agreement, and it has to be with the agreement committee. I think once we work out what we're going to do in the press release, I think we need to. I think if they know what we think, they may change their mind. If we just wait and let gravity
but Fran just said.
Yeah, no, we write them.
Oh.
We write them, which is a separate thing to do, which we can do because it's on the agenda. And we write them and tell them what we've decided, then we will be making a press release.
That's not on the agenda.
Well,
No,
No.
no,
all right, well,
no, we can't do that.
I'll just do it.
Have that precedent
And
until we change the standing orders.
do it myself.
We could all do it. That's the point, is that we can all do it.
You all do it separately.
Yeah.
We can do that.
That's what we've been saying, it's a public meeting, needs a public record.
Okay, right, we won't do that then. We'll just let gravity. Okay, in which case we know what we're doing. Press release is going to be done in September. And we can work on that, taking on board Lucy's thoughts, the mayor's thoughts, John's, everybody else, and Tony's. And we can do all that, and it'll be the committee's dismay. Right, okay, we'll move on to the next thing, which is celebrate Buckingham Day, which there's a report on your agenda.
Certainly. It's just to note the report, really. It's an event review. It was very hot, so hot. The feedback from stallholders, it was a particularly hot week actually, and they'd all said that all of the events that they'd been to had lower numbers, and they felt the weather had impacted this. I certainly think it probably had an effect on us. It was also the twinning ceremony, which went very well, and I think that the Italians coming over enjoyed their day and they signed all the documentation, and that all went really well. It looked like it was going to rain at that one moment. But we had lots of stallholders. We had more stallholders there than last year. Lots of thanks that people gave free straw bales from Manor Farm. The military vehicles were kindly donated and turned up, so it was great. I'm not sure there's much more for me to say on it really, unless there's any. We've already spoken about the fact that it went slightly over, and that was to do with getting the acts and stuff in, so the polka dots, etc., and the twinning stuff to try and make it the VEVJ day to mark the celebration. And it was already earmarked out of the 3034275 for that additional funding.
Did you get any sense from the stallholders whether they were happy to return next year?
Yes, I did. So a lot of them said they'd be happy to attend next year. But it was about, you know, what themes there would be and what we would, and I couldn't offer a theme because we hadn't spoken.
Okay, all right.
So do we minute our thanks for the work done,
Massively.
and
Yeah.
thank the mayor and everyone who was involved in the heat of the day doing what they were doing, which wasn't easy. And is there anyone we should thank, like the person who delivered the tanks for nothing?
The Green Spaces team, fabulous as always, and the office, Claire, absolutely brilliant. There's no accidents or anything that we know of, so
It's
brilliant.
like spotless.
Yeah,
I've got
Yeah.
to feel good.
Yeah.
And drink lots of coffee. Yeah, so we just, could we agree, would it be, if the person turned up with that equipment free of cost, I propose that we write to them, thank them. Is that agreed?
yeah.
Yeah, second from there, all those in favour? Thank you, because they needn't have done that. In fact, if the machines had all got there, there'd have been more equipment, but there were reasons they're not. It is old and it doesn't always do what it's supposed to do.
Yeah, we've got Lucy to thank for that as
Yeah,
well.
Lucy, can we
so,
make our thanks to Lucy for that?
Yeah.
That agree?
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, it was generally whatever, but it was a hot day, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Which case, that we haven't got the recommendation there, just to note. So let's move on to the request from the Buckingham Society, which is under you.
It's me again. So I've had an email from the Buckingham Society with regards to, I'm not sure if everyone's seen the sort of standalone swans that we've got. Okay, we've got a couple up at the depot that are in a state of repair, disrepair. And essentially Buckingham Society have requested that they have one of the swans and they want to put it, I don't know if you're aware, they're trying to take this bedding area and they want to create a feature there, paint it in Buckingham Society white and gold. Apparently Miss Simmons has got one in a shop, but the other one the Buckingham Society had was auctioned off for charity stuff, so they don't have one. So the request is, would we consider donating one of our swans to them? I mean, there's my view on it is obviously there would need to be risk assessments because people climbing on them, instance of height, various bits and pieces. And my understanding is they're not made of a substance that is meant to have a great deal of longevity. I think they're plywood and painted is what I've been informed. Yeah. So how long they're going to last, I'm not sure. But that isn't the question. The question is are we going to let them have one of the swans?
Yes, that.
I'm happy to get a recommendation.
Would it be worth, I mean, I'm happy to go with the recommendation, but also advising them that they could maybe liaise with Men in Sheds and potentially use one of our disrepaired ones as a template, and Men in Sheds could potentially replicate it in a more durable wood. Because I know they've got lots of sheets of like offcuts from like draining boards and like work surfaces and that, and then they've got all the tools to make it, so they might be able to make something that'd be a bit more long lasting and a bit stronger.
I think that's probably a very good idea. And then what are we going to do with them otherwise if they're just sitting in the depot room and they are in a bit of a state of disrepair?
I have been really clear about the fact they're not good to go, so they're not going to be surprised that work is needed to be done on them.
I would say that it would need to be on the understanding that they take full responsibility for any
Risk assessments and stuff.
results and
Yeah.
damage and etc. injuries and for the future upkeep of them.
John,
I'm assuming that the swan will be at the back of the garden next to the wall, and therefore, unless we want to clamber through the grass and the flowers, no one's going to actually climb on the swan.
Who knows?
Never underestimate the
Well, no.
mischievousness.
Well, yes, I know that. My only thought about it was, when the Buckingham Society had this idea, which I think is a good idea, were they aware of the artwork that we've got planned?
I've made them aware of that, and that there would need to be a consideration of overall aesthetics as to what the area will look like.
It could end up looking quite busy, is what I'd rather, let's see how this beds in first, and then maybe, I'm just a bit cautious, that's all.
it is far enough away that it won't be seen the artwork.
Yeah, there is that.
It's not going to be busy.
And of all people, I don't think the Buckingham Society can do anything that would be a detriment to the aesthetics of the town.
Would it be worth where we, I think listening to the committee talk about, you may have said about I think it was about the liability. I think we need to word it that we would give them a swan. And that they should know that it was given to them by the council. But we expect them to take full responsibility for it thereafter. And we hope that they would consider a safe placement and whatever, and consider all that. We can't do that. We don't own that land. We're just giving them a swan. It's nothing to do with us after that. So would that be a reasonable amendment that we were happy to give you a swan on the condition that you take full responsibility for what you do with it, and thereafter, you know, after it's yours, and just know that the town council gave it you. Is that enough?
Just a quick question, really.
Yeah.
Do we know if they're attaching it to the community centre wall or not?
They have made no recommendation either way. My understanding from the email is that they are in the process of putting together the plan to the council to enable them to take responsibility of that land, and they want to know whether to include in that plan whether it will have a swan or not. So it's
a building, we own the building, that's all I'm thinking.
I don't believe that it is to be attached in any way. I've not been told of that.
But they may charge them at least £500 to put it in the hall there, because it's taking up the space of a car that might not be able to park on the. I'm just going to say here, when we get to it, they may charge them rent for it. You know, it's going to be there. So, are we happy to take the amendment then, which is we're happy to give you a swan on condition that you take full responsibility and note that the town council gave it you. That's simple enough.
Yeah.
I suppose that is accepted by Lucy. All those in favour?
And then we go with the actual recommendation, which I propose that we accept the recommendation.
Agreed?
Seconded by somebody else.
Done again,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Right, that's done. Right, thank you. We'll see what happens. It's not our responsibility now. Right, we've got TIC figures. You will realize that like part of our budget, and what we budget to boost the economy. These are current figures for April, May, June, and July. We need to know what they're doing and take it and comment on and discuss it, because we're from the end of the year, we'll have to specify why we're actually spending money on information. John?
Well, I mean, a couple of questions really. One is, why was April so busy compared to the other 3 months that are shown?
Easter holidays.
Maybe, yeah. But secondly, if we're looking at May and June, for example, that's less than one person. Oh no, there's 10 people there. I can't count. That's what I'm saying. That's right. I thought it was 27. It's not. Right. That's right. Ray not in game. I'll shut up.
But what it doesn't show in the report, John, is all the conversations we have, which are ongoing with different. If you look how successful it's been, one of the hidden treasures actually, towards information Facebook site and the way it's promoting stuff in the town and the way it's promoting other people's events, working with Milton Keynes, Wadston, Silverstone, all these other things around it. We are the treasure in North Buckinghamshire because we invest more money towards information than the whole Buckinghamshire Council. I think last time I looked on their accounts, I'm happy to be corrected, I think it was £12,000 they spent in Buckingham on towards information. And that was just to do some promotion. But I think that what I think out of this would be a nice thing to do, is at some point we could invite the new cabinet member to Buckingham to visit a tourism information centre. He thinks he'd like to come to Buckingham sometime. But I think we ought to thank the staff for what they're doing and maybe through the office we can get a bit more about members who go and look at the GRC Facebook page and get what we're doing generally. Because it is a big deal and you look at the pickup on that, it's really quite high. You know, and it goes out quite rich, and it reaches far out beyond Buckingham. And this originally was really, I think it was Councillor Mike Smith who it originally was called Bell Underspend when we took it on to stop it closing, really.
Yeah, wasn't it?
And I can't remember the second councillor, but I know Councillor Mike Smith led the charge on it. I think it's worth noting what we're doing, and maybe we can always members look at the Facebook page, and can we always members recirculate stuff on there and do it really, or sign up to it, and then comment and push it around, because that helps the tourism information, promotes the investment that we're making now.
Lisa.
Or Franny.
Yeah.
Probably. I think now we've got Anna in post, and she's getting embedded in her role. Once that's all there, I think that she will be able to push that side of things even more. We've got a new supervisor in there now as well, haven't we? So I think we're looking really positively forward on promoting Buckingham as somewhere that people would want to come and visit.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. How you found this now?
Can I just say a story I heard last week from someone? I won't say who it was, but I met somebody and she told me that a friend of hers from London came to visit. And she actually cried with how beautiful Buckingham was.
Yes.
She said, "You live in an amazing place." And she was crying with emotion about how wonderful it is.
Brilliant. There's something actually done up here. I mean, London's quite dense, isn't it, in places?
I met a couple who were walking through the old graveyard. They were asking for directions. This week, last week. And what have you, and they couldn't believe how beautiful Buckingham was. And also, friends of ours, when they visit, various friends just love walking around the town. I think that's great. And I love the pubs too. Yeah.
And we're not drowning in sewage, according to the Daily Mail.
Not quite, yeah.
Not quite. I think that was, I think it was one of the, Cheltenham St Giles was drowning in sewage on the street. But I think they have a licence, they easily licensed to do facts, aren't they? But no, that's people.
I've lived here nearly over 30 years, and I still when I walk through some bits of Buckingham, I just stand and I'm just like, it's beautiful, it's great. We're so fortunate to live here.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's great that we can invest in sharing that beauty with other people.
Yeah.
Yep.
We do agree. I mean, I'm renowned for sitting around the town eating and whatever, and
There's worse things to be renowned for, Robin.
yeah, and people do come and I ask where they come from. We have quite a lot of visitors to Buckingham who come and stop here because it's a pleasant place to be. And then we see people come on cycles cycle into the town.
Yeah.
And use the town stock. Fran?
Just going to say that we've managed in Buckingham, for the most part, to retain our history, our historic buildings, where there's like, I'm thinking Aylesbury in particular, Chesham, they've been decimated, particularly in the late 60s and early 70s. They were decimated by new roads and the developments that went on then. Our town centre has managed to keep its character, whereas the development has gone on around that. There are some things that could be improved, and there are some services that we do need to get sorted out. But yeah, I think it's a great place.
Yeah.
One of the things, the big thing that the town members may not remember, we did a lot of work on the when they did with the historical district council, historic buildings, actually make sure that the stuff that came into Buckingham retained some of the character. Lots of people put some work into it for several years ago, and actually made sure that when they did that, that actually stopped the change of the fabric of the buildings, which is part of keeping that look, which is why we've got a place to live that people want to come back to. I think it's really good. We will have this on an agenda again, taking on board what members have said, and Fran, and we've got a positive story to tell. So we see on the future agenda with the new officers do some reports, and then look at how we can do a press release at that point based on those reports about promoting the town. That'd be right. Pardon? We're never going to do that. No, we're never going to do that. Well, we can do it. We're talking about this council will talk on it.
We were only meant to note the figures, really.
Yeah, but
So we agree to, can I propose that we agree to note the figures?
I think the conversation was worthwhile. That's what we're elected as council to do. We actually like the place. Not just a note report, really. But yeah, I think that's good. So that was a very good concept. I enjoyed it.
Would you like us to vote on it, Chair?
Yeah, let's vote on it. That was marvellous. You voted on a note report. Marvellous.
Exactly what car bank.
We're not. Moving on to action reports. If there's abandonment, we'll move on to action reports. Members, please read the action report. Any comments they receive?
Sure that, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's the shortest action report out of any committee.
Yeah, I think it shows how swift and up to date and what we're doing. We haven't got to hang it about.
So good.
It's all good. So note our thanks.
Yeah.
Noted.
Right, thank you. News releases. You've got the one parking down. Will we agree? All the other stuff that got discussed on the committee, didn't we? About everything else.
Yeah.
What I was going to say, we've got to do it in the chairman's item. There's nothing on the agenda. So is there anything people think we've missed that we need to talk about? I don't think we have. I think we covered it as we went through the agenda. We'll be doing the next bit in September. Thank you, right. Yeah, no, we're going to chairman's announcement first. We get content done again. Now, what I was going to say to you is, and the chairman's announcement, you will have noted, and I posted it today, that there's going to be a theatre project in Shambles Park done by the library. It wasn't on our agenda, so we couldn't talk about it there. I think it's a really good project. I think it's dates and that on Facebook, put it out there today, which is a really nice project for young people to understand from the library. Presume that everybody in the office knows about it. I can't see why we wouldn't want them to.
So it's on Facebook, did you say?
Yeah, it's on the library. Buckinghamshire Council posted it today, saying that they were going to run in Buckingham in Shambles Park. So I reposted it and said I thought in Buckingham Town Council. But just can we I presume we know, the office must know about it if they're using our property.
I will be entirely honest, it's the first I heard of it.
Yeah, and me.
Oh,
That's that.
I don't think
Should we
apparently
park?
Slade are going to be there as well. Apparently Slade are going to be there as well.
So,
Can I just leave it? Yeah.
so Buckinghamshire Council have decided to use our park
Without asking us.
without asking us.
Should we charge them 2,786?
I don't think you can agree that, then I think we're better than that.
Yeah.
Just that it is there. I'm sure it's an oversight that they didn't know they didn't own the park anymore.
and how much share of papers?
I don't know if it's the local library who owns this, in which case we have very good relations with them.
Yeah, I'm not
Don't
making
have a
a
grown up
complaint.
chat.
I'm just making that I thought it was a really good thing. It's something additional in the summer, it's not be childish and theatre group.
So that was so completely tongue in cheek, I wouldn't have.
Yeah.
I know,
Yeah.
but.
It was a great little thing.
However, we obviously would note that they do charge us to put the skate park available.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
That's why
I was.
It's kind of drowned out, but
It isn't on the agenda, can I leave that the town clerk will go away and investigate it?
I will speak to the library first and then I'll take it from there.
Yeah.
I don't want to make it first, because we want it to happen
Yeah, in our park.
in our park.
But we log it.
We like
Next
it.
time there's a skate club event.
Yeah.
Yeah. well,
Put it in the bank.
Next time we just do it.
Appropriate conversations, you deal with it.
Yeah.
No, thank you. In which case, we are now going to close the meeting and we're going to we're going to log out.
So we can still to go into confidential.
We can't resolve it.
Yes, agreed.
Yeah.
Right, that's agreed.